Identities were not provided, but the injured woman is expected to survive. The suspect has been located, police said in an update. According to a news release around 5 a.m., the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office responded to a call of an unresponsive male in a vehicle at Lincoln Park. Authorities confirmed that the man was deceased. He is believed to be the suspect in the incident, according to Shorewood Police. A crash involving a motorcycle killed a 39-year-old man on Tuesday as police continue to investigate the circumstances of the incident. In an initial report, the Milwaukee Police Department said the crash occurred at about 10:50 p.m. on the 3000 block of South Chase Avenue. The victim was riding the motorcycle south on Chase Avenue. He sustained life-threatening injuries and would eventually die from those injuries at the scene, police said. The identity of the victim and other details of the crash have not yet been released. The Milwaukee Bucks Foundation and Collectivo Coffee have announced a partnership with Milwaukee Parks Foundation to host a community basketball celebration. The event is slated to be a part of Milwaukee County's Healthy County Challenge, which seeks to encourage community engagement and physical activity in the area's parks. The community basketball celebration will be held at Atkinson Park from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. this Saturday, July 8th. The event will feature a junior NBA clinic beginning at 10 a.m., where young basketball fans can hone their skills under the guidance of the Milwaukee Bucks Director of Camps and Clinics. More information can be found by visiting mkeparksfoundation.org. This was the news update on 1017 The Truth. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next here on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together. They're all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the common council president and the common council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Hey. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I am your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. If you want to hit me on the talking text or give us a call. You can email at host@1017thetruth.com. Check us out on LinkedIn and on the website and on the app. And we're all over, everywhere. We'll never stop. All right, so I got a question because it's Thursday. And, well, my title today is That Be You. So, how do you catch a pig? Anybody know how? How do you catch a pig? Well, here's what you do. First, you lay down some corn, and then the pig comes, and they eat the corn. The next time, you lay down corn, but you put up just one wall of fencing, and then the pig comes, and they eat the corn. And then the next time, you put down 2 walls of fencing and the corn, and the pig comes and eats the corn. And then the third time, you put down, you put down the corn and you put up 3 walls, right? And you put the corn in the middle, and the pig comes and eats the corn. And then the next time you put down corn, you put up 3 walls, but then you put up a fence with a door and you leave it open. And the pig shows up and they kind of hesitant, like, am I going? But then they go, you know what? And they go ahead and eat it. And then they run back out and they leave. And so when they come back, after you've put more down, they figure the door was open and I went in before and I ate and left. So I'll eat this time. And that's when you simply close the door. And the pig is trapped. Sounds dumb? Why do I say that? This is what's happening to America. We don't have a place where we can have freedom of speech, free access to what we want, as long as it's not harming ourselves or others. For some reason, other people believe they need to choose for us or tell us what's good for us. What you can and can't eat, where you can go and can't go, what you can say and not say. It's like everything's offensive. Everything is a no. Everything is terrible. Essentially, we don't have a right to believe what we believe. We seem to not have a right to have our own, like, religious beliefs. Had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and he said somebody told him, and they came up to me that they believed that their religion was the right way, and they believed it, and then they asked the person, well, do you think your religion is right and everybody's is wrong? And he said, yes. And my friend said, man, you can't do that. And I was like, what? You can't tell somebody else that their religion is wrong. I'm like, yes, you can. Now, you can choose not to believe it. You can say, I disagree. You can do whatever you want to do, but you can't tell someone else that what they believe, they can't, unless it's harming them or harming you or harming somebody else. We should not have to support the things that we don't want to support or that we have a difference about. Like, when did it become bad to differ? Essentially, American society wants us to believe things that we don't want to believe. And for whatever reason, people don't seem to have a right to express themselves about anything unless the masses agree. And it has to be what they say you should believe and say and do, even if we vehemently disagree, which I think is the whole point of it. Disagreeing is healthy. I think it's a cop-out to tell people, well, we'll just agree to disagree. Well, why don't you, instead of trying to argue against me, just say what you're saying? And don't counter what I say. Just say what you believe. It's called civility. But then think about it. You're right. Ukraine is like not fighting for no reason. Russia's trying to come in and take over and make them part of and rebuild the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. And so it's funny, I called it the Soviet Union, and somebody reminded me, hey, it's not Soviet Union, it's Russia. I'm like, that's what you say. That's what the UN says. That's what the G8 says. That's what NATO says. But in Russia's mind, they are working to become the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics with an S. It's a republic. It's us. And that's why they're trying to take over Ukraine. Or people aren't dying trying to get on a raft to row 90 miles to go from Cuba to America and Florida for no reason. I believe there are forces in America. Well, let me rephrase that. There are forces in America, and they're not forcing you to conform to what they believe is true. They're just creating narrower parameters around free speech, free thought. Oh, you can think it, you just can't say that. Access and security, for that matter, sure. You can only believe and can only do what we say. But then I guess my question, how do you catch a pig, is not really the right question. I think the operative question is, who's the pig? Now, here's what you need to do. You ready? This is how you're going to find out who the pig is. I need you to hold up your cell phone, because everybody got one. Hold up to your face. Hold up to your mouth. Blow on it. Right onto the screen. Did it fog up? Well, there's your answer. The pig? Hey, that be you.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
It's that time, Milwaukee. Summerfest is finally here. Come and enjoy the world's largest music festival this Thursday through Saturday this week. Many of music's top